to our crib 1 year later. So a year ago we did a video tour of our house right after we had moved in. I was 6 months pregnant, so I'll drop a link to that below in case you missed it, but you guys have been asking for an updated house tour, so here we are. Esme's almost 9 months old now, and we haven't made a ton of progress on this house because we've had our hands full with her and with other projects at other houses, but we have finished a few rooms like our living room. I finally found my big comfy sofa that I actually use as an office every day since I work from home. And we've got our rug and chairs and this antique sideboard I refinished along with the vintage mirror I picked up secondhand. Our TV's hidden in this armoire, which is fine for us because we don't have cable and we only use it to watch football games. The biggest change we made in this room was adding this fireplace. I found this antique mantle and painted it, and we found an electric insert on Amazon and then built a custom surround for it. It has a heat setting, which we rarely use since we live in Florida, but either way I just think it makes the room feel super cozy, and I love having a mantle to decorate and to display my quarantine painting projects. So here in the dining room we've got our nice big table and chairs and our new chandelier, which I actually just found a couple months ago. On this wall we have our large gallery of framed photos I took while traveling, and it's one of my favorite parts of the house. Our laundry room hasn't changed at all. We still have the concrete subfloor, and this is where we keep our litter box and our pet supplies, so it's kind of embarrassing, but yeah, it is what it is. It's not high on our priority list right now. Here we are in the kitchen. We finally installed our floating shelves, which was probably the least fun DIY project ever to get them to fit perfectly. And here we have the Barrister bookcase that I refinished, which holds our pantry items. Here we've got our antique hutch that we sanded down, and this is where we keep our microwave, our toaster, and all of our glasses. And this is how we've been surviving quarantine. We're here in the master bedroom, and we've only made a few changes in here. I just picked up this antique armoire on Facebook Marketplace for 50 bucks, and it gives us a little extra storage, but I'll be giving it a makeover soon. I also replaced our old nightstands with these ones from a thrift store, and we just installed these sconces a couple weeks ago. I'm still looking for the perfect canopy bed and a rug, but I think once we have those, we'll be done in here. Our master closet is still a mess. Eventually we're gonna do built-ins, but that probably won't be for another year. Our master bath was one of the only rooms completed before we moved in last year, so it really hasn't changed, except we did add a bidet thanks to the worldwide toilet paper shortage a couple months ago. We finished our powder bath last fall, and I really loved the way it turned out with all the vintage inspired details. Here we are in our favorite room in the whole world. This was the most fun I've had designing any room, but it was definitely a labor of love between all of this molding, the closet built-ins, the mural, and the giant crown molding that Lucas was able to somehow cut and fit together perfectly. We finished this room right around her due date. Thankfully, she was born a week late, so it was done just in time. Hopefully she'll appreciate all the hard work we put into this one day. Let me just curb your expectations right now because our whole upstairs is a mess. This bathroom is the only finished room up here. It was also done before we moved in, so this hasn't changed. Lucas is actually the only person that ever comes upstairs because his office is up here. So this is our temporary office slash second guest bedroom. Maybe one day it'll be Esme's big girl room. And here is our main guest bedroom for when family comes to visit. Right now we are pet sitting, hence all the cat stuff. We haven't even thought about a design plan for this room. It'll probably be one of the last things we do in this house. Here is our bonus room, which we are currently using as storage. As you can see, we haven't even fully unpacked yet. But now that Esme is crawling, we want to tackle this room next and turn it into a playroom slash office slash media room slash storage space. The plan is to put cabinets all along this back wall and then have a reading nook under the window and a nice big built-in desk. And on this wall we'll have a big TV and a seating area and a play area. We're excited to get started on this project, and I'm going to be sharing all the details on my blog if you guys want to follow the progress there. We've done absolutely nothing in the backyard, except we did actually add these trellises for our bougainvilleas, but I think we're going to replant them with star jasmine instead. The landscaping under the tree has filled in pretty well, and the bushes around the house have also grown quite a bit in the last year. Eventually we want to build a large pergola to connect the two spaces, and then we're going to need to update our outdoor furniture. We have 2 avocado trees and they've already produced their first fruit. We don't think they're edible yet, but we're excited that they're growing so fast. Here's our little lime tree. It's barely hanging in there. And our lemon tree is doing amazing. We've got so many lemons that just sprouted up this summer. They're still not ripe, but hopefully soon we'll get to eat them. So on the front exterior, we built these DIY shutters, and then we also added flower boxes for the upstairs windows. The last thing we need to do out here is plant some sort of ivy to climb up the turret, and then I think that's it for the exterior. And that's our house 1 year later. You can find all the sources and the paint colors on my blog, which I'll link to below. And we're going to be doing a lot of work over the next year, so make sure you're following my blog and Instagram to stay up to date on all of the progress. Bye-bye! Bye-bye!